What's your favorite thing about this OU softball team? Is it the pitching? Is it the defense, the ability to hit home run after home run after home run? Well, I don't know about you guys, but I can't pick just one. I can't do it. So I have my top 8 things I love about this OU softball team the most. We do 8 here for 8 national championships. So in no particular order, I have the things I love most about this softball team. What's yours? I know you have one, or maybe you have several, so let me know in the comments. Go ahead, drop a comment, and then please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for free OU softball content. Let's get to it. Again, in no particular order, but the first thing that I really love about this OU softball team, how focused and hungry this team is. If you've watched the channel on a regular basis, first, thank you very much. I appreciate you. But you've heard me give the opinion that this team is just really locked in and extremely hungry to win a national title. Now, how did I come to that conclusion? How do I know that's true? Of course OU wants to win a title. Why am I so adamant about this team being so locked in and doing everything necessary to prep themselves for a title run? Well, it's what Patty Gasso has said about this group, going back to last season. They're so locked in and focused that at times last season, she really had to push them to celebrate big achievements and say, go ahead, guys, celebrate this. It's a big deal. Like, I believe Patty even commented last season how much this group is just so hungry to win a championship. I think that's extremely telling. I also feel that way because I've heard the players say it. I asked Sydney Barker the exact question, is this team locked and ready back in the fall, start of fall to win a national championship? And here's how she answered.
Yes. I mean, like I said, we haven't even got on the field as a full team, and we're already talking about winning a national championship. I mean, we just want it so bad. We cannot wait for this upcoming year in the spring. And last year stung a little bit, I mean, being there and being that close and just not quite getting there, it stung for sure. And so we're very eager to get back on the field with some competition, work together. But I think we're most excited to push ourselves a little bit farther than we did last year and work together more as a team, knowing that we have a lot of young players, including myself, on this team. So it's not going to be easy, but we're all very willing to face the challenge, and we're all very excited.
This team has the talent to do it in 2026. I believe that, and I think a lot of you do as well. But they're an incredibly talented team with the right mindset, and that's a really bad combo for everybody else in college softball in 2026. The second thing I love the most about this OU softball team, the defense. I think OU will have the best defense in the country. There's not a defense in America I would trade for this group. And they were good last season, but this team's going to be better defensively in 2026. I strongly believe that. And one of the reasons why I think that is I think they're going to be better defensively in the outfield. You have a lot of really good defensive options in the outfield. I think Abby Dayton is going to be very strong at one of those corner outfield spots. I think Kai Miner's presence in center field instantly makes this group better. And then there's Chaney Helton, strong player defensively, as well as Sid Barker, Tia Malloy, and others that I think will add to a better defensive outfield in 2026. And then there's the fact that I think OU will have the best third, short, second trio, not in the country, the best third, short trio that maybe OU's ever had before defensively. Nelly could win a Gold Glove. Gabby Garcia is probably the front runner to win a Gold Glove at shortstop, and Ilana Agbayani has already won one at second base. I don't think all 3 of those players will win a Gold Glove next season, but I bet at least one does, maybe even 2. That group is as good as it gets. And to round out the rest of the infield, I think they'll be good enough defensively at first base in a position that's going to get stronger defensively as the year goes on. And I think the addition of Kendall Wells, along with an improved Isabella Emerling, means OU will be better defensively at catcher next season. This is the spot. This is the area I feel most confident OU will be better in 2026. It's the defense. Number 3 is the long ball. Everyone loves home runs, right? Well, this team is going to hit a lot of home runs. 13 of the 15 players on the roster that got an at-bat during the fall season hit at least 1 home run. 9 of those players hit 2 home runs or more. I think OU is going to lead the SEC in home runs, and I think they could lead the country in that category as well. The question is, and this speaks to all of OU's power at the plate, who's going to lead this team in home runs? Ella Parker could. Cassidy Pickering could. So could Nelly. So could Gabby Garcia. So could Kendall Wells. I think there's at least 5 different players on the roster that you could make an argument will lead this team in home runs. It's going to be a fun race to see who leads the team in homers, but regardless who it is, I know there's going to be a lot of them. I know there's going to be a lot of moonshots out of Loves Field and visiting ballparks across the country. So if you're sitting in the outfield at Loves Field this season, you better be ready because a softball is coming your way very, very soon. Next is the pitching depth. Now, I've seen some, not the majority, some people down on OU's pitching staff coming out of the fall. And it's something that we'll talk about more in depth as the season gets closer. But I come out of the fall thinking that every pitcher on the roster can really help this team. Every single one. I also come out of this fall not discouraged about their ability because this incredible offense had some really good days against them. That OU offense is going to do that to everyone next year. I mean, seriously. But look, at the same time, I think Miley Wachenio is going to pile up a bunch of strikeouts. I think Sydney Berzon is going to evolve into the best version of herself after more work with Jen Rocha. I think that because there's a lot of history with pitchers like her, that happening their final year of eligibility. I think that Audrey Lowry looked really good this fall and is going to get into an incredible groove and have a huge 2026 season. I think KD is poised to have her best and most consistent year at OU after being the MVP in the circle in the fall. I think Alyssa Parker and Berkeley Zakay are more than capable of giving you a start or even a big relief appearance in a big game. All that to say, they have plenty of arms, guys. We'll see who emerges as the ace. We'll see who emerges as the top 2, top 3 in the rotation. But they're going to be deep with arms. And I think that this pitching staff will be good once the season gets here, and I feel really strongly about that. Next is stolen base ability. Now, I referenced this a couple of weeks back, but thinking about who's going to lead this team in stolen bases this year gets me really, really excited. Who's it going to be? Will it be Ilana Agbayani, who had the most stolen bases in the fall? Will it be Abby Dayton, who had the most stolen bases last season? Will it be Ella Parker, who had the most stolen bases the season before that? Will it be a newcomer like Kai Minor? Could Cheney Hilton be in that mix? You guys, I think, kind of get the point here. There's a lot of players that's going to steal a lot of bases this year. It's going to be incredibly difficult. Life is going to be incredibly difficult for opposing pitchers. Why? Because they're going to face an offense that can not only hit the ball out of the park, hit the ball in the gaps on a regular basis, but when they get on base, they can steal bases and cause havoc at any time. This team, yes, they're powerful. Yes, they've got a lot of home run ability, but they're also extremely fast and extremely athletic, and you can bet that they're going to use that to their advantage. OU had 3 players with 10 or more stolen bases last season. They're going to have at least 4 this year with 10 or more stolen bases. Going to be fun to watch on the Base Pass. Get ready. Next is the overall depth that this team has. Everyone, and I mean everyone, can play. And I know that because I saw it throughout the course of the fall and because I've seen a lot of these players do it both in the regular season and in the postseason as well. Yeah, it always seems like OU is deep. There's nothing new necessarily in that department. OU has depth year in and year out, but it is such a huge deal having this depth, being in the grind of an SEC schedule while also pushing for a national championship. You need depth. You need multiple players who can play in the infield and outfield. You need clutch pinch hits off the bench. You need multiple arms that can help you out and keep your roster fresh throughout the season. Like, to use one player as an example this year, I bet Lexi McDaniel could start at least 95 different programs in the country, maybe even higher than that. There's a chance she could be coming off the bench for this team. OU could have the best pinch hitter in the country if Lexi McDaniel is one of your first players off the bench. And she's not the only player that would be really good in that spot. It's a strong belief of mine that OU has many that can play, and OU has many that will play this year. It's a great problem to have when I continually hear the question, how's Patty Gasso going to make a lineup this year? How in the heck do you make a lineup out of this team? That's a very, very good problem to have. And I don't know the answer to that, but I just know it's a good problem to have. And I truly think they'll have the depth necessary to win a national championship in 2026. Next is the coaching staff. I mean, it's a given, but it's something that we should never, ever take for granted. I love this roster. You guys know that. But this roster also has the best coaching staff in America. And I think that's been proven by now. I think that's pretty safe to say. Patty Gasso just routinely knows how to get the most out of her team and playing great softball at the right time. JT knows how to push all the right buttons with the offense, and Jen Rocha will get this pitching staff where it needs to be. And it even goes beyond those three. Fale Steele is really good. She knows what she's doing. She played this game at an incredibly high level. Tiare Jennings, one of the best players in the world, and just her presence and her guidance to these young athletes is incredibly valuable. There's so many important pieces of this coaching staff, so many. And Patty knows how to do a lot of things, really kind of everything when it comes to coaching. But I feel like she really knows how to create a confident softball team. Not cocky, not arrogant, a confident team that plays loose and knows that, hey, it's already written. Probably because she's confident in herself and the team feeds off of her energy. But coaching matters in this sport. It really, really matters. And nobody has a better coaching staff in college softball than the Oklahoma Sooners. And lastly, call it clutch, call it resiliency, call it whatever you want. But I know OU is never, and I mean never, out of a softball game. And I know this because it's a trait of OU softball that carries over year after year after year, regardless of who's on the roster. How many times have we seen OU down in a game, down to its last strike, only to deliver a huge hit and find a way to win a game when it didn't look good? It happens all the time. It happened all the time with the four-peat teams. It even happened last year with a lot of new players on the roster. SEC tournament against Arkansas. Women's College World Series against Tennessee. They didn't win the game, but Abby Dayton down to her last strike against Nyjah Kennedy in the Women's College World Series. This program has the heart of a champion every single year. They're never out of a game. Never. You might think you have them down, but OU never feels that way. They always play down to the last out, believing that they're going to win a game. I know OU has this trait because they always do and they always have. There will be incredible moments in 2026 where maybe things don't look good, but someone will deliver an incredibly clutch hit, home run, double, whatever. It's going to happen again and probably happen during the biggest moments of the year. It will happen. It always happens, and I can't wait to see it again next season. There's my 8. What's yours? Drop it in the comments. As always, guys, thank you for watching.